So I started skipping breakfast and it made me $10,000 per month. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how. At the end of this video, I'll walk you guys through a 4-step system that you can use to start doing the same in your life. So the main reason why I stopped eating breakfast was because I wanted to try intermittent fasting. Long story short, I had been fat for the past few years and I wanted to look better. So I went on a fat loss phase. I went to the gym, I started doing intermittent fasting, started cleaning up my diet, and ended up looking like this. Fast forward a few years later, I stuck to the habit of doing intermittent fasting. I have my first meal every day after 4 p.m. And along the line, I started my own business. Skipping breakfast has actually made my growth and my road to 10K per month a lot easier. There are 3 key areas that intermittent fasting has helped me tremendously to improve my life. The first was my productivity at work. The second was my mindset. And the third was obviously my body. So when it came to my productivity at work, starting my own business meant that I have to invest a lot of my time into it to build it. And skipping breakfast every day just meant that I could avoid the hassle of having to think of what type of breakfast am I going to eat every day, taking 30 minutes to eat the breakfast, taking 15 minutes of my time to wash the dishes, and then feeling tired for 2 hours straight just because I'm digesting food. So by not eating breakfast, I get to save up 3 hours a day just because I don't eat in the morning. And if you think about it, 3 hours a day, if you work like 5 days a week, over the course of a year, that's 780 hours a year. And if you do the math, that's 32 days just because I skipped breakfast. So I get to win 32 extra days every single year just because I skip breakfast every single day. Instead of eating breakfast every morning, the only thing I do is that I get myself a cup of coffee in the morning and then I start to work immediately. And I really benefit from the mental clarity I get from being fasted. It's kind of like my productivity is on steroids. And it also helped me get faster results when it came to starting my own copywriting agency and basically scaling it to my first 10K per month. Now, another big advantage of intermittent fasting is that since you're not eating, you're also not digesting in the morning. So your body is not mobilizing energy to break down the food. So that means that you have a lot of extra energy to get more shit done. Now, the second reason why skipping breakfast has helped me get to 10K per month faster is because the mental and mindset aspect behind it. Getting comfortable with the fact that you're skipping breakfast every morning is extremely hard in the beginning. I had to embrace the suck. When I first got started, shit was hard, man. I was constantly obsessed with my first meal. I was thinking about how and when I was about to break my fast, and in the end, I was just so food focused in the beginning. What I'm trying to say here is that I was obsessed with the outcome. I kept on thinking about what was waiting for me in the finish line. And fasting teaches you to detach yourself from the outcome. So the main reason why your mindset will shift with intermittent fasting is because you get to learn about delayed gratification. Instead of constantly feeding your cravings whenever you're hungry, you learn to deal with them. You learn to control them. In the end, you get quite comfortable with the fact that you're not eating, and you also enjoy food a lot more. Just like in business, you learn to put in some efforts for an extended period of time without really having some results. And hitting your first 10K per month, doesn't matter what you do, whether you're a copywriter, videographer, a media buyer, you own SMMA, it requires you to detach yourself from the outcome. You gotta be able to put in the work without really having the certainty that what you're doing is gonna work. And you gotta get comfortable with the fact that instant gratification is something that's not really gonna help you in business. Skipping breakfast and intermittent fasting just got me rethink the way I was approaching any challenging situation. Now, before I get into the third reason why intermittent fasting has helped me tremendously when it came to hitting my first 10K per month, bro, if you're liking this video, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below to get more content like this one. Alright, so the third reason why skipping breakfast has helped me a lot when it came to hitting my first 10K per month is because of the physical aspect of it. Intermittent fasting has a great impact on the physical shape. It helped me get in shape and also build a body that I'm super proud of. It makes me feel good, it makes me feel confident, and it's extremely empowering. Because being able to build my body just the way I envisioned it, it actually showed me that I was capable of putting the stuff I had in my mind into the real world. So when I first got in the journey of hitting my first 10K per month with my own business, I had more self-confidence than ever before. And I deeply knew I could approach any challenge or any goal and reach it. Alright, so now that I covered how skipping breakfast has completely changed my life and actually made the journey to making my first 10K per month a lot easier, I want to give you a 3-step game plan based on intermittent fasting so that you can start implementing it in your life right now to actually make your journey to 10K per month easier with your own business. Before I get into it, I just want to tell you guys one thing. Always ask your doctor if you get into any type of diet, whether you want to go on a cut, on a bulk, or start with intermittent fasting, all right? So the first step of this game plan is to start with a small fast. So while most people will tell you that if you want to do intermittent fasting, you should absolutely fast for at least 16 to 18 hours, otherwise it does not count. I'm here to tell you that this is a complete lie. Easiest way to get started with intermittent fasting and actually start to get the benefits of it is to start with a small fast of like 12 to 14 hours. And then once you get comfortable doing it, then only you can start to gradually increase your fasting window. So that will mean that if your last meal is at around 8 p.m. and you want to go on like a 14-hour fast, then your first meal the next day will be at 10 a.m. And then if you want to gradually increase your fasting window, the next day, what you can do is that you can push your fast until 11 a.m. and then 12 a.m. and then 1 p.m. This will allow you to get started easily and also make the fast more bearable. The second step to get started with intermittent fasting and start using it on your journey to 10K per month is what I call the sparkling water and black coffee hack. All right, bro, so this one makes intermittent fasting a lot easier. Dude, listen carefully. When you're gonna start with intermittent fasting, to be honest, in the beginning, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna get fucking hungry. But sipping on a cup of black coffee and drinking sparkling water makes the fast so much more easier. The reason behind this is that black coffee suppresses your appetite during your fast. And also, since you're on an empty stomach, caffeine hits a lot harder. So it makes your caffeine intake more worth it. So here's how I manage my caffeine intake when I'm fasting. For the first 90 minutes of the day, try to avoid stimulants like caffeine as you have a natural cortisol spike, which by itself does a better job than caffeine. Then, grab yourself a cup of coffee, but don't add any sugar or milk as these will break your fast and induce the calorie breakdown that will kind of make you feel tired. Now, the third step you can start using right now to make your path towards 10K per month easier is what I call the ultimate time management system. Now, if you stop eating breakfast, as I told you before, it gives you an extra 32 days per year. And you should absolutely use that time that you're not spending cooking, washing the dishes, or eating or digesting in a wise way. So the rule of thumb that I follow here is something that I read in the book, The One Thing. In the book, the author, Gary Keller, talks about a concept called time blocking. He talks about the fact that if you want some extraordinary results, doesn't matter what you do, whether you're a bodybuilder, you're a business owner, you're a copywriter, videographer, a boxer, you should put in at the very least 4 hours a day in your one thing. Like if you're a business owner and your main goal is to have 1,000 clients, then this is your one thing. If you're a bodybuilder and you want to compete, then your one thing is probably to get on stage and win that trophy. So here's what you can do to follow Gary Keller's advice that I also follow myself. Every morning, use the extra time you get from skipping breakfast to put it in your big long-term project, like your business or a YouTube channel that you're trying to grow or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. This by itself will really make you move towards that goal of hitting 10K per month a lot faster. Now, here's some last things to keep in mind. Along the process, along my journey to making my first 10K per month, I came across a lot of different strategies, a lot of different habits and routines that a lot of people talk about. And I tried plenty of them. And to me, intermittent fasting works super well, but it may not be the case for you. So the best way to know if it works for you or not is to actually give yourself at the very least 90 days to try it out, test it out, see how you respond to it, see how your life improves with it, and then you'll be able to make your own opinion on whether or not it is good for you. So there you have it, brothers. You have the exact game plan and the exact backstory on how intermittent fasting has actually helped me tremendously to hit 10K per month and how you can start using it today in your own life. If you like this video, make sure you smash the like button down below and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.